Hello everybody and welcome to the Manchester United versus Juventus after match fan reaction. Skype calling for you lot to have your say. Was it a Mourinho masterclass or does Mourinho lack class? Do you like what I did there? And also Ronaldo. I've seen this, it's good to do the match reaction, take a few minutes out, have a little bit of look around and see what's going on. Obviously it's down for you lot to call in and have your say. How are you feeling after that game? Fantastic result for Manchester United. A few people having a pop at Ronaldo for celebrating at a club that he's only just signed. He's just scored a fantastic goal in front of the world. He's not been at United for a long time. United didn't want to sign him in the summer. Should he have celebrated? Shouldn't he have celebrated? Who knows? But it's all for you lot to call in. Skype Goldbridge is the Skype name. Get Skyping in. We'll take some of your calls. People love Klopp, but what has he won? Nothing, says Harry May. I think the tide of turn. There is a tide of turning. I've had a look on social media. I can see some people attacking some people. I can see some people saying I'm Mourinho in who weren't Mourinho in a few while ago. Look, it's not about me. It's about what you lot want to talk about. So Skype got Goldbridge, call in, have your say, and let's see what people have got to say. I've got first one. It's Jared. Jared, how you doing, pal?
Hey, Mark. How are you?
I'm good. Most importantly, how are you? How are you feeling after that game tonight?
Thrilled. I think Jose killed it tonight. Honestly, I think he gets a lot of flack. I understand the reaction is not going to be positive from everyone, but I don't understand what he could have done better. In the end, that's one of the hardest places to play on earth. Probably one of the hardest games we've had in a very long time. A must-win game when you think about it, based that we're playing in Valencia next match.
Yeah, because a draw wasn't going to be good enough. A lot of people thought a draw was, but if Valencia beat us in Valencia, we were going into the Emmerdale Cup. So that win, it's not only just beating Juventus, it basically means beat young boys and we're into the next stage of the Champions League, which many people thought was impossible.
Right. I think he gets a lot of flack from everyone. The FA appealing a decision that's a joke that Klopp and Pep do 10 times worse than Mourinho's done, speaking in Portuguese. I think the fans give him a lot of crap. Some deserved, some undeserved. But at the end of that match, with the stuff he's put up with from the Juventus fans, from us, I don't know. Not only do I not have a problem with it, I completely support it. I think that everyone says I want the Mourinho of old. That's the Mourinho of old. Unforgiving confidence. And you know what? For this team, since Newcastle, they have come back and shown unbelievable resolve to come back in impossibly difficult situations. In the 86th minute, Mata, look, maybe he should have started, maybe not. But as a super sub, he's the reason we were back in the match. So unbelievable work from Jose. Rashford should have completed that. It should have been 3-1. In the end, to keep Juventus at one goal for 73 minutes, another great job by Mourinho. And we've continued to go over this fact. Some people say he should deal with the defense that he has, play by, but he wanted a defender, and he's making it work. I don't know. If I was ever on the fence with him, in long term, I don't think Mourinho is the guy. But short term, in a foreseeable future, I'm backing him. I think he deserves the backing of the fans. I think after a match like this, it's an unbelievable result.
Oh, it is, 100%. I mean, Robert Moore says, just to back up what you were saying there, thanks for the contribution, Robert, he says Mourinho was taunted in both legs, good on him. I think the thing about the Mourinho thing and his reaction at the end, I didn't like it. I know Jared did, I know a lot of you did, but I didn't like it because I just think it's about Mourinho. And it was, Jared's right though, it's like what Mourinho was like at Chelsea, but it was Mourinho Chelsea, it was Mourinho Porto, it was Mourinho Inter. And I always feel that Manchester United are bigger than that. And I think, I just didn't like it. I'm stuck in the mud. Some people did like it. Let's agree to disagree. But the thing that really resonated there with me, Jared, is you're right. He's not going to be sacked tomorrow anyway. So if you are Mourinho out, which I am, because long term I don't think he's the right person for United, I'm quite relaxed about the situation. I'm very happy with the situation at the moment because ultimately I want United to win games. I think Mourinho may go in May. And as long as we get in the top four, I can deal with that. I think we've almost gone past the point now this season where you could get a new manager in anyway and change things around. I think our best bet is that Mourinho gets us top four and we reevaluate in May. So it's almost like, yeah, I am Mourinho out, but I'm happy to sit back and enjoy what's going on at the moment. And if it goes beyond what my expectations are and suddenly we are title contenders and suddenly we do play great football, great. Maybe I can become Mourinho in again.
100%. And look, City next week is going to be difficult, but that's difficult for anybody. There are certain games that you play above your level, right? This guy has maybe found a way to get this team to play for him. People have said for a long time the players are playing for themselves and not for Mourinho. I don't agree with that anymore. There's no way he could have gotten this result if they weren't playing for him. At this point, it would have just been over. That is one of the best in the tournament, Juventus. They've shown that consistently. The people on there, they have experience at the back line. I think when you compare the defenders we have at Lindelof and Smalling to Chiellini and Bonucci, it's a light years away. And you look at what Mourinho's getting out of these people, and with the issues that he's had with Pogba and other people. And look, we were complaining for months and months. We want Martial to play. We want Martial to play. In the end, he kept him on for 90 minutes. 6 months ago, Martial would have been subbed off for Fellaini. Mata would have been come on for Herrera. And I think you would have seen a different situation. But
I'll tell you what, Jared, though, I just want to bring in something here because, I may as well not answer it. There's a lot of people in the live comments saying it. All well and a great result, but can any person who's now saying Mourinho's the right person, did they watch the game tonight? I mean, any other game. I mean, if Juventus could finish, that game could have been embarrassing.
I get it, but they didn't. And in the end...
So there was a large element of luck then.
Right? Like, he knows what he's dealing with. But in the end, you have De Gea, and you have to assume he's going to make a super save, one or two of them, which he did tonight. Without him at the back, I assume there would have been 2 or 3 goals. And it's not always a positive situation the way the gameplay happens with Mourinho. There's even people who back Mourinho would have to agree that the way he plays football is sometimes boring as a compliment, I would say. But if you're a results-oriented business, to get this result, who cares how you play? In the end, we have to build something back from where Ferguson was. We're never going to get Ferguson back, ever. Mourinho has stabilized the club. He has found a way to bring players together. He has dealt with dressing room unrest. You have people like Martial coming out and saying, I've learned from Mourinho. So whatever his agent said in the summer, something's happened where he's now more interested. If we didn't give Sanchez $600 million a week, we wouldn't have a problem re-signing De Gea or Martial. I think that whether you're in, Mourinho out, or Mourinho in, you have to at least take a step back and say that this guy is getting something out of this team, and he at least deserves till May to see where it goes. If it's not the long-term plan, maybe a younger, more charismatic manager, maybe somebody wants something else out of the team, that's fair. But I do think that he's not only earned till May, but he earned the fans' support. Maybe that's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, no. Look, at the end of the day, this is all about everybody else's opinion. So absolutely fine. No issues with it. And thanks for calling in, Jared. Really good points.
All right, Mark. Stay well.
You too, pal. I'll speak to you soon. Right, we'll take some more calls. This is what it's all about. I want to get everybody's opinion on this tonight. I don't know why people are saying Mark in or Mark out, Jose in, Jose out. I'll just block you if you say Mark out because I can't be arsed. Seriously, if you think you're being funny, I'll just block you because it's all about opinion. And it's 11:30 at night in the UK. I've been live for about 5 hours. Do you think I'm in the mood to take your shit? So if you think you're being funny, you just get blocked. Simple as that. And I'm not giving my opinion. This is not about my opinion. This is about everybody else's. So let's see if we can get Will on because he's been trying to get on for a while. Hello, Will. Can you hear me?
Yeah, all right, Mark.
How you doing, pal?
Very good, very good. Feeling better after that result, to be honest with you.
Good. Tell us how you're feeling then.
Honestly, I don't think you can take it away from United. What a great result. I mean, 2-1 in Turin. Honestly, can't ask for much more, really. But long term, we were outclassed the entire game, really. Right up until that last goal, Juventus just looked the better team. And I mean, what a worldie from Ronaldo.
Oh, you know what? I normally rant when there's a goal scored against us, but I had to sit back and say that was unbelievable. And you know, I don't want to be empathetic to the opposition. I do like Juventus. I've always liked Juventus. But I know for a fact if that would happen to United, I'd be sat there tonight thinking, how the bloody hell did we lose that game? In fact, you know what, though? I'm not taking anything away from us. If I was a Juventus fan, I'd be furious with my team. I wouldn't even be like saying United were lucky. I'd be saying fair play to United for winning that because we were crap with the chances that we had.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, they had so many chances that should have gone in. I can't remember who it was that shot, but I mean, it was about, 2 feet away from being an absolute banger right into the top right corner. I mean, we're lucky to not concede that. And I think long term, honestly, I don't know why people are getting on your head about it. But I mean, long term, I think Mourinho still has to go. I do not think he's right for the team. But as of right now, I mean, all credit to him. I mean, we're winning 5 games in a row now. I think we're looking better, but still, I cannot say Mourinho in. I just still don't think he's right for the club.
I mean, look. To be honest with you, I'm not really fussed whether people are Jose in or Jose out. I personally don't think tonight's really the chat to do that because I think it's obviously a fantastic result. But I didn't get what was good about United tonight. I mean, I've had people telling me that Fellaini was brilliant when he came on. Go and support Prime Stoke. I mean, if you want a team with a number 9 that you hit long balls to, you can see that every week in League Two. You know, you want something better from United. But I did like the fact that in the last 10 minutes it worked. But look, I just think tonight's about United winning a fantastic game of football. I think that's what it's all about. I think if anybody, I don't know what you think about it, but I think if anybody wants to take anything bigger than tonight, other than an amazing result, you're going to be disappointed one way or the other. Because I don't think we still don't even know what our best 11's really going to be. I mean, Mata came on and saved us that game. Probably should be playing anyway because he's been brilliant the last few weeks, but was dropped for Lingard. And these are the things that concern some United fans. It's about what is Jose's best 11 and does it actually include the players we want it to include?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I think you look at City, Manchester City, they're constantly, every single game, they're battering teams, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1, and they have a consistent starting lineup. But if one of their starting 11 goes out, they have someone equally as good to just come in and replace it, which United does not have. And honestly, I think the only reason Jose's picking this team, he started doing it because he knew it's what the fans wanted. I don't think any part of it was up to him. I mean, he had injured players out, but I mean, Lukaku's just awful. I think he needs to go if we can in the transfer window. But I mean, I honestly think that we have a decent, right now, the way that we're playing, we keep Martial in. Get rid of Smallin because he's crap. I mean, get rid of Ashley Young, get rid of Phil Jones, bring in Dalot, bring in consistently. I mean, Lindelof's in fantastic form, leave him in. But Dalot and Rojo, honestly, in my opinion, need to come in. And I don't know why the hell we're leaving out Bailly every single game. I mean, he's our best defender. I mean, people are comparing him to Vidic, which obviously isn't a very fair comparison, but he's not afraid to go in for those crunching tackles. And I think that's exactly what we need in our back lineup, because De Gea must be getting furious now with, Young and Phil Jones defending his goal. I mean, if it weren't for De Gea, we would not be where we are in the table right now. And he made fantastic saves tonight. So I think we owe a lot to De Gea, but I think we just need a few more players in our starting 11 and we have a consistent one, and I think we'll be able to start winning games again consistently.
You know what? I think the great point that you made there, and I've seen a few people making it in the live chat as well, is the fact that, what people need to realise is that look at how well we play with. And I'm not going to say we played well tonight because that's the sort of thing Arsenal do. We didn't play brilliantly tonight. We won a game tonight, but we look a lot better without Lukaku, and that is a big decision for Mourinho to make, because if he brings him back into the team, then we're going to lose that fluidity in the final third.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Lukaku's just terrible. I mean, I don't want to focus on Lukaku really, just because it's just bringing it right back to the worst players in the team. But I mean, yeah, I think tonight absolutely fantastic. I'm glad Lukaku's not making it into the team, and honestly, I think just bench him and get him back into form. The only way he's going to learn is if he's on the bench. And who knows, maybe not playing him, he'll lose a bit of that muscle that he's built up and get a bit of his speed back. But he just does not belong in the United team right now. And I think if we have Mata, Martial and Rashford up front, we have that speed. We can get them on the counter. I mean, Juventus on the counter today was just phenomenal. I mean, if United could play like that on the counter, I honestly think we'd be right back into contending top 4. But Manchester derby, I honestly think, as I said in the comment before the video started, it's a complete unknown. It's just whoever turns up on the day. I mean, we saw it last season with Pogba with his 2 goals. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic, and I think form goes out the window in the Manchester derby. So I honestly hope that we can pull it in and just play Man City off the park.
Thanks for calling in, Will. Really good call. Really appreciate it.
Cheers, Mark. Thanks. Talk to you later.
Ciao, pal. Yeah, I think... sorry, let me just cough. I'm so excited about the Manchester derby now. I mean, it was exciting anyway, but just not really, because I think it's just it's like Will says, anything can happen in a derby, but also the momentum we've got, whether it's good, whether it's deserved momentum or not, well, it is, because we've got those points, but, if we can get something out of that, then this season might be salvageable. And look, we're not going to win the title. We're not winning the title. That's not what I'm saying. We're not going to win the Champions League either. But if we can be involved in the Champions League in March and involved in a top 4 race in March, then that looks a lot better than where we were thinking at the last international break. So that's great. Sumajit Guhar Mahajanda says, let's not forget Juve hit the bar twice apart from all the other chances. Huge difference in class. Happy but lucky win. Happy Diwali. Yeah, happy Diwali to everybody as well. Really great event. Great that everybody is tuning in, and I hope you're having a good day. Anyway, Ben, can you hear me?
Yeah, Mark, I can hear you.
How you doing, pal? You all right?
Yeah, not too bad.
How you feeling after tonight?
Say that again, sorry?
How you feeling about the result tonight?
Yeah, not too bad. But before the result, I just want to say a few things. Number one, I love your FIFA streams. Number one. Number two, the American accent you done that day, I couldn't stop laughing. I watch it nearly every day with the get on your horse and your milk thing. That is literally so funny, Mark. So keep it up. And the third thing, I talked about Mourinho's tactics, today's game, and actually throughout the season as well.
Yeah, go on, I can still hear you.
So yeah, I've been watching a lot of the comments, and I see a lot of fans saying great result, Jose in. I think some United fans are deluded, Mark. I mean, do people come to the stream just for the match reaction? Because if you watch the game, we should have lost 3 or 4-0. Like Juventus had chance after chance after chance. I mean, great for the community to grow, but people are deluded saying Jose in. Like, I just don't understand. Yeah, it was a good performance. I'm still Jose out. Don't be naive after one performance. I think it's
the result, though, isn't it? I think because you love the club so much, and nobody is beating Juventus at the moment, and we've just won. I think people just want to grab that opportunity of enjoying that moment, because there is a bigger picture, and you're right, but I think it's just about bottling that moment and enjoying that massive win, which we may only enjoy for a few days, but it was a memorable win.
No, I understand that, Mark, but let's not get carried away, because I remember last spoke to you, I think, after the Watford Burnley game. We have one good game, then what's going to happen against City? We're going to lose 3-0, 4-0, okay, international break, lose to Palace or draw with Palace. Like, we need to have a run of fixtures. I'm excited. I literally nearly lost my voice when Pogba scored or Pogba didn't score. Like, I'm ecstatic, but we need to see, a run of games, Mark. Not one good game in 5. We need to win games convincingly. This half we played one good half of football is not good enough. We're Manchester. We're not Stoke. We're not Everton. I'm sick and tired of this 45 minutes bullshit. Sorry to swear. We're not Stoke, Mark. We're Manchester United, which we're pressing from minute 1 to minute 90. In the first half, 60th minute, we should have been losing 3-4-0. So I'm not going to take this slander like great result, Jose in. No, because our performance have been poor up until we won this game. So I don't want people to come and say Jose in after one performance. Yeah, we won a few games, but if teams could finish their chances, if Bournemouth could finish their chances, we wouldn't have won that game either. So I think Mourinho still has to go. I'm happy for the result, but Mourinho still has to go. What do you think?
I think you make 2 really good points. I think one, the reality is we've had a really good run of games, but every single one of those games we've only won by 1 goal, because we're always coming from behind, getting in front late on and winning it. And that's true. Look at Newcastle. Look at Bournemouth. Everton was close. Tonight was very close. What I want to see from a positive point of view is that when we're behind in a game and we go for it, we cause teams problems. We need to go for it from minute one. We need to get rid of this. We need to get rid of this like negative approach, because even we had chances against Juventus to get at them and we were slow.
We did.
We were slow with the ball.
Too slow and lethargic.
But then we go behind 1-0 and we go for it. We go behind 2-0 to Newcastle and we go for it, and it's exciting.
But my point is, Mark, why are we a team that have to go behind? That's not good enough. Why are we a team that have to go behind to start playing good football? That's not good enough, Mark. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We're not Everton or Stoke. Let's get a comeback. We're having a draw. From minute one, from the first referee blows whistle, we should be under attack. So I don't feel it's fair. We should go behind to then have a reaction from the players. Because some teams, if they could finish their chances, Newcastle, Bournemouth, Juventus, this would be a different stream. This would be Jose out all the way. So we need to start getting pumped up from minute one, Mark, not minute 50 or 55 or when we're one goal down, because some teams, they can finish, we won't be here happy. We won't be here saying, yeah, well, it's a good result. We scraped to win. We shouldn't be doing that, Mark. We should be winning games. Can't be 2-0, 3-0, then concede. Not concede every game. What nonsense is that? What nonsense is that, Mark? No consistency. There's no consistency.
Yes, well, you know what? I mean, there's a few people in the live comments saying this, and I respect it as well. I think I respect a fan who's Mourinho out after this game more than I do.
I still am. Nothing's going to change. I'm still Mourinho out. So one result's not going to change me.
Ago. I just don't think you can flip off one game.
No, you
but
can't.
People do.
I said this is the Watford game, Burnley game. He needs to go, Mark. So.
But
the better,
but I do want to ask as well. I just want to ask you very quickly, what were your thoughts on Ronaldo's celebrating? A lot of United fans seem to get quite upset about that.
Just to say that, I want to say it when I watched the game. Pogba didn't celebrate none of our goals. I don't know if anyone realised. I watched Pogba's reaction. He didn't celebrate any of his goals. Did anyone pick that up? I mean, Ronaldo, he can score. He did come back and say hands up, but I'm more worried about Pogba. Pogba didn't celebrate his goals. If anyone noticed that. When Matt scored a free kick, everyone ran over. Pogba just stood there, clapped his hands. The second goal, the winning goal, last minute winning goal, Pogba just jocked it over. I mean, what were your thoughts on that? Did you see that?
Yeah, respectful to Juve.
Come on, Pogba, man. Show some passion. Juve not paying you, United are, but...
Interesting. Anyway, thanks for calling in, Ben. Really appreciate it.
We wanted him.
Really good
point. We didn't buy him, so here's what it is, Mark. Yeah, nice to speak to you, Mark.
Good, Paul. Speak to you soon, pal.
All right, cheers, Mark. Take care.
Sorry, I was holding that cough in for ages, and I didn't want to do it when Ben was on. So, a few people in the live comments saying I look sad. I don't look sad. I'm bunged up with a cold. My throat's going again. I've been live for about 5 hours, so I'm just fading out a little bit. But I've got to stay up to get the fan cams. I can't wait to get the fan cams because the United Stand's the only fan channel bothered to go to Italy to trek over there to watch a memorable game. So we'll be the only channel putting up fan cams from there. So keep an eye out for those. I'm sure they're going to be absolutely brilliant because I guarantee you, if you're happy, we're happy. Imagine how happy those fans are, because I think for 80 minutes they were like, I've spent all this money coming out to Italy. I'm going to be kept in 45 minutes afterwards. We've not had a shot on goal. We didn't have a shot on goal till I think Rashford on the 80th minute. And then they go and win that. That's why they travel. That's why they go. That's why we go over there. That's why we go over there to capture those fans' opinion who follow our club everywhere. Can't wait to get those fan cams up. So remember to smash a like on the video, everybody, because this is the fan channel that goes everywhere, that gets every opinion. We don't, it'd be very easy to just go live and select calls where everybody just says exactly the right thing to get likes on videos. This is the channel where everybody gets an opinion, and really, very, very, very proud of it. So drop a like on the video. I'm losing my own voice, Paul, to be honest with you. Right, Ronaldo is a snake and he left us at his peak, says SK. Interesting there. And Ronaldo celebrated for Juve fans. If it was at Old Trafford, he wouldn't have done that, says Primera Mama. To be honest with you, I've got to say, if I'd scored a goal like that, I'd struggle not to celebrate. I mean, to be honest with you, I'd still be celebrating now, but... yeah, look, it didn't mean anything. I love Ronaldo. And if he did something like that, I probably would react badly to it, but I just didn't really notice it, to be honest. I just thought, whatever. Chris Joseph says, any way I can get on this call, been trying for a while. I don't know who you are, Chris, to be trying. If I could see your call, I would pick it up. Alec, can you hear me?
Hey, Mark, how's it going?
I'm all right, you?
Good. I think I just wanted to say Our biggest problem is being a one-half team. I think no matter how long we have Mourinho, we're always going to be a 45-minute team, and that's a problem. The last caller, I noticed in the comments, some people say, the guy's talking out of his ass. Sorry to swear, but he's right. He's absolutely right. We should be pressing from start to finish, and we should be able to give a good fight for it the whole way. We shouldn't have to rely on last minutes and Fellaini plans. It's comical, and you can say, tactical mastermind nonsense, but it shouldn't be like that. If Cuadrado would have buried that shot, and I forgot who had the other shot before that, but they had 2 clear-cut chances within 5 minutes, and it always seems to come down to players that Mourinho doesn't like and doesn't start that always save his job. Mata free kicks and just individual magic, and that's the problem, trying to be able to play as a team. And even though the one thing I hate that we had to win 2-1, but it's the fact that we won away and they hadn't lost yet. And considering they're practically favorites to win the Champions League, it's not that horrid. But the thing is, like I said, they don't have the team. The team is playing for the team. They're playing for the badge. Even if they did listen to the tactics and they were like, oh, Fellaini long ball and this and that, they still fought to the very last minute and they got the win for the club. They didn't do it for Mourinho. They did it for the team.
Exactly, and I think that's very important that people, that is something that I would take positive from this, is that you can't, I said it in my match reaction, you can't bottle what United, not only recently, but have always
who we
done,
are,
really.
what we're about, you got to fight to the end. That's the number one thing. Doesn't matter who your coach is. You put that shirt on, that kid on, at the end of the day, you look at that badge, you got to know you're fighting, you got to fight till death, My only problem now is, consistency of trying to win and win on a good accord and get a couple more dedicated players. Like Herrera tried to give his all. He gave his all. And then you have players like Rojo who hasn't been showing much. He was injured for a time, but they're rough. They're aggressive. They like to play forceful. I think, like I said the other day when I called, Mourinho likes his tall players that play from the back and just do what he says and no questions asked. And that's a problem. We have a young, tenacious squad that wrecks teams when given the opportunity. And once he has the courage and he's not stubborn anymore and he's willing to play like that, I think would be unstoppable. But until then, like I said the other day, I'm still a Mourinho outer. I don't believe he can fully turn it around. But you should back the guy while he's there and just try to have faith in the team. Don't have faith in the coach anymore because he's done, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, you rely on those players, you trust those players, and they play for that badge. So that's what you know what I mean? That's what you hope for. Yeah,
and I think that's the big thing. I think, I said it before this game that I thought we were going to win it. And nobody asked me the question, well, does that mean you're Mourinho in? Well, no, it doesn't. What it means is that I thought we would win tonight, and I didn't think we were going to win like that. But we didn't park the bus, which I liked.
And at the end of the day, I think
Mourinho out
if we would have drew it, nobody could have complained too much from that. I
would have been ecstatic with the draw. If it was only the Mata free kick, I would have gone, what a result.
Put me through the roof, it was very happy. It's disgusting how we play, but at the same time, they try their best and, just back the team no matter what at the end of the day. Mourinho or not, you gotta support that club.
I said it a few weeks ago. If we're going to be successful under Mourinho, then we're going to be like Inter. We're going to be a team that grinds results out. That's what we're going to do. And that doesn't mean that we can't be successful. We could win a Champions League. We could win a league. Not this year, maybe next year. But it will never be what people want it to be. Because Mourinho will never be that manager.
Those days are done. We have to. Once Mourinho leaves, they can worry about finding our true what I would really call the United way. But until then, you got to bite the bullet and deal with what you got. And the players that listen, you can still manage results playing the way he plays. It's just not going to be what you're hoping to see. 5-6 nils, 3-0 at halftime, and then even then, I feel if we had a great start, he's always going to put it. He's going to bust the bus out, in the second half, and that's who he is. Unfortunately, that's our coach. But
great points, Alec, and thanks for calling in. Really enjoyed that.
Thank you for taking the call, Mark. Love the show. Best damn fan channel on YouTube. Love it.
Cheers, pal. Thank you. I think that was absolutely spot on there, and I think what. This is why I love the channel, because you just get different opinions. But I think what Alex said there at the end is it's like I think the big problem is people think Mourinho's going to change. I thought Mourinho was going to change. Back in March and April, I was like, Mourinho's going to change. And loads of you lot were saying, he's not going to change. He's not going to change. You're an idiot thinking he's going to change. He's not going to change. It's not about whether Mourinho's going to change. How can you expect a manager who's built his whole CV on defensive football to suddenly start playing gung-ho football? It's not going to happen. And how could it happen? How could you get somebody who's defined by something to do something they've never done? You can't just switch a switch and be an attacking football coach. It takes years and years of defining and learning. Mourinho is a certain coach. So what I'm saying is that if we're going to be successful with Jose, and let's not forget, when we got him, I was very excited because I thought he was going to deliver a title. But I knew what he was about football-wise, but I was happy to sort of give up the good football to win the title. That was important. And I think that still can happen, but I don't think anybody should ever expect that we're going to be winning 3 or 4-0, because we're either going to win games like we are at the moment, where we start badly and we come back and go gung-ho, or we'll win games at the start, but then we'll sit back and make sure we win it 2-0 and close it down. I think that's probably what will happen. But what an exciting evening! What an exciting evening, and what a great, fantastic result, and what an exciting game on Sunday. I just can't wait for it. I'm so excited for that Man City game, because, to be honest with you, I'm going to let you into a little bit of a secret here. Out of the two games, if you were going to ask me where I thought we'd get the points, I actually thought I was more confident that we'd get something in the derby than we would against Juventus, because I thought, they're a very good team. In the context of the Champions League, I don't think Juventus will win it. I just don't think they're clinical enough. I mean, at Old Trafford, they bossed us and only won 1-0, and tonight they had so many chances and only scored 1 goal. And they've got a dodgy keeper. They've got a very dodgy keeper. But from our point of view, it's benefits. It really has benefited us. And, the big thing is we are in the Champions League latter stages, and we won't be the Emmerdale Cup. Somebody just asked where the fan cams are. They're in. I've just checked. I've just gone into the back of YouTube to see if they've been uploaded. They've been uploaded. So I'm going to end this stream now, and I'm going to go straight on to put the first fan cams up, because I'm as excited as you to see those. They're the fans who are out there with 10 minutes to go thinking, bloody hell, I've come out here to watch that shit, and then they've had a memorable night that they'll never forget. So I can't wait to see those. They're literally going to be going up in 2 minutes. So just hang around on the homepage and keep refreshing it, or watch out on Twitter for the tweets. Thanks everyone for watching. Please do drop a like on the video, because this is your show. This is you calling in and having your say. So support your fellow United Stand community and get involved. And tomorrow I'll be back counting down for the derby. But fan cams will be coming in the next few minutes. Thanks for watching. Speak to you all soon.